all of you for being here this afternoon. For remaining and following a private meeting that we had together earlier this afternoon. While the prognosis is excellent, notwithstanding I've been diagnosed with stomach cancer. And I will be beginning chemotherapy treatment later this week in a matter of days. And of course, what I understand, as you might already know, anyone's reaction to that treatment is, at best of times, a huge question mark. So I feel very confident, I feel optimistic, because the doctors do, that I will make a full recovery. Obviously, I will have to take intermittent absences from leave and from my duties as mayor, but I hope to be able to function as much as I'm able to. And certainly the cooperation is, as I fully expected from council, members of council and administration. There will be no notice of any change in the way the city does its affairs. Also, you should know that while the treatments are of a 9-week period, subsequently there will be surgery required following that 9-week treatment period, and possibly further treatment post-surgery. So it's a 4 to 6 month process. I look forward to completing the treatments and getting past the surgery and being able to rejoin my colleagues around the council table on a full-time basis sometime later this fall. But in the meantime, the protocols that we have in place, acting mayors every month, the cooperation of each member of council, I'm certain that things will function in a very timely fashion and very efficiently for the residents of Cornwall. So if there are any questions, I'll entertain those now.
When did you learn of this?
Well, it all came about, if you recall, going back to February when I had the cardiac situation, which required a procedure of 3 stents. And following that procedure, of course, I had some complications some weeks later in the form of internal bleeding. And following treatment of that condition and subsequently further tests, it was discovered, in fact, that there were some cancer cells in my stomach. And further tests also confirmed that those cells are localized in my stomach, and in fact have not been found anywhere else, either bone scan, CAT scans, ultrasounds, and so on. Now, that isn't not to say that there could possibly be others, but certainly chemotherapy is a full, comprehensive treatment to the entire body, so I look forward to the full recovery. Yes?
Will you have your treatment here in the city in Cornwall?
My treatment the treatment will be done through the Auto Cancer Clinic at the General Hospital campus.
Bob, if you,
yes.
If you hadn't had that other health concern with your heart,
well, no, that's an interesting part. I'm glad you raised that, Greg. Obviously, if I hadn't had the other situation, this particular situation could have gone unnoticed for a year or more, which in itself could be a very far more complicating factor. And so the fact that it was discovered when it was in the early stages and that it was localized, of course, is a huge benefit.
Is there any special other things that you're going to be doing as far as treatment-wise outside the hospital?
Well, it's a 24/7 treatment. You can. There's a few more. There's a few. I guess a couple of options. One is I just commonly referred to a pump where you basically intravenously 24/7. There's fluid that goes through your bloodstream. I've chosen an oral medication instead, which I would take twice a day, every day. Basically, the treatment is a 24/7 treatment for 9 weeks, with every 3rd week going into the hospital for special treatment or what, right?
That's my shot. Are you crazy? Are you nuts? That's my shot. I don't care.
Anything else?
And are you finding a lot of support with your friends and family here?
Oh, I'm not very process, and I've had a very strong support from my family, my friends, including members of council here. I'm very fortunate to have the relationships that I have. And I won't hesitate to call upon any of them if I should so need.
As your doctor, has they given you any kind of success rate?
Not a percentage as such, just that every indicator so far leads them to believe that there's a very strong likelihood of a full recovery. The unknown is what reaction I will have to the treatment. So before long, Greg, I may be asking you who your barber is.
Just how long? You said the whole 9-week process.
Well, it's the first phase. The chemo treatment itself is a 9-week process. There will be a few weeks, I guess, of rest, break in the treatment, which will lead to a surgery, which will require a hospital stay of approximately 10-12 days, which following that recovery, which will probably be a recovery of 4 to 6 weeks, there will be a further final round of chemotherapy. So it's about a 6-week, in totality, it's about a 6-month process.
And who's do you know who your doctor is yet, or your surgeon?
Well, for surgery, it's a Dr. Weaver. The oncologist leading the oncology team is a Dr. Asmus, A-S-M-I-S.
What campus?
Sorry.
What campus will that be at?
At the Ottawa General campus. And again, I remain very grateful to the local and medical community here that with the original tests and everything else. We're very fortunate to have the services and professionals that we have in our own community.
So it was discovered here. At
Yeah, the biopsy was done here, and Dr. Galley.
Okay.
Yes.
In terms of when you do have to take leaves, who will take over in your duties as mayor? Will it be the same sort of rotational through the months, or?
Well, from month to month, there's a dedicated acting mayor. But from time to time, as we know amongst ourselves, and respectfully, from time to time, there's someone who's more dedicated or more attached or more familiar with a particular group or event. And so it's not, but there is a protocol that every month, for instance, this month I believe is Councillor Rivette. Next month I believe is Councillor Gardner. June, and then it goes on and on. But again, all things being equal, I hope to be able to carry my share of the load also. It's just the unknown of how much time will I require. But I certainly am very fortunate to have the cooperation and support of the council in this matter. You just take pictures, right? I like you.